China is a little bit reduced after this practical exercise.
All right, General Meston, has our threat reduced? Has India, realized that, our capabilities and our indigenous capabilities are far stronger because we have tested them now? As long as Pakistan continues to scurry under this financial pressure and, not have the autonomy that India has when it comes to producing its own weaponry, India will have an upper hand.
Beneath, very true. India will have an upper hand. There is no denying, and our technology skills and our everything, production facilities and indigenization, that build has been substantial. And I think in the last few years, the political directive to be everything make in India, and of course indigenization. Yes, a lot of components are required, but like today, the BrahMos facility has been inaugurated in Lucknow, which will be producing about 100 BrahMos per year. Again, I think the defense minister had stated very clear that, the eco setup has to be there, ancillary facilities and, small scale industries, MSMEs. So what this implies is that within this defense industrial corridor, we need to have large number of these small setups so that everything is within reach. So it takes care of logistics, supply chain, everything is taken care of. So overall, in this conflict, which has lasted for about few days, I would say only lasted. It is not finished. It can continue. And today we are very clear, Operation Sindoor continues. So a large number of lessons have been learned. And I think one thing has emerged very, very clearly. You asked a very clear-cut question, has HQ-9 failed? I would say yes, it has failed. And why it has failed? Because of the Indian technology is very, very superior to the Chinese technology. I think firstly, their radars have failed even to intercept.
Vaccines, and even pretty much like our vaccines.
Yeah, and even if supposing their radars have tracked some of the missiles or drones, thereafter the missiles, because the two components of any system are basically the radars and the missiles. And obviously the vehicle launchers are there, which has about 4 missiles per launcher. So a battery has almost about 192 missiles. And one has got the capability to intercept 8 to 9 missiles at a time, which we have seen how the Israelis had been doing in this Israel-Hamas war. So similarly, we have done exactly the same. Our integrated air defense command control system has been excellent. We have knocked down all their missiles, drones, but they have not been able to, knock out any of our systems. And that is how the message has been sent. And the best was this targeting of the Noor Khan Air Base. And yesterday also they tried, to breach the ceasefire after 3 hours. And we gave them a good blow even in Sukur and Peshawar. That was the furthest. And of course in POK. So this sent a very clear message that even if they do a minor intrusion, and that is how today the Air Headquarters has also made a statement that Operation Sindoor continues. So what it implies is that Pakistan, even if they do a minor drone intrusion, now will be repaid back immediately and in a much better scale the way we have been doing it. And mind you, Vineet, so far, what has happened on ground? On ground only, the air assets have been used. And basically it is some of the missiles, some of the drones, that's only used. It sent a shockwave. Imagine the entire Indian army is yet not being utilized. The entire Indian Navy deployed in the Arabian Sea has not been utilized yet. So full potent power is left. And imagine if this is also put onto onslaught, what would be the state of Pakistan? So they have realized that their systems, which rightly I think was highlighted by Sumit also, they are all third-grade systems. Jugaad or hybrid system which the Chinese have developed, and they have got only 2 buyers, basically Pakistan, and now they have loaded into Bangladesh. So about 20% of their weaponry goes to Bangladesh, and they've been fooling them. So both the nations also now would realize that how they have been fooled, and perhaps the best part is Pakistan even does not have the money. Their economy is in doldrums. So the way it is, that is why they have been resorting to the low-cost option of terrorism, and terrorism will be taken as an act of war. So I think this has sent a very strong message to Pakistan Army, basically the Pakistan Army leadership, because they are the ones who are in control of everything. The political system are just like their orderlies. Yesterday, one Pakistani major was mentioning that. So it is Munir and his top generals who have got the message very clearly that now they cannot mess with India anymore in terms of launching terrorism. And even if they dare to, they get a solid blow. So I think I'm very happy as a soldier that the Indian armed forces have done brilliantly well with only very few. See, the best part is only very minimum resources have been used, but see the impact. So this is again, I would say we have conserved our energy, we have conserved our equipment. Very few things have been used, and what a colossal effect it has made on the Pakistan nation. And if you, Vineet, remember the Pakistan Prime Minister Shahbaz statement, it was a very surrendering kind of a statement, very low morale. You see his earlier statement, body language, and we will do this to India. And he was only thanking everyone possible. What was his speech? The purpose was not understood. So what I'm trying to say is that his speech itself reflects surrender. Imagine the impact on the morale of that nation. The people, the common people will ask a question. What have you given in this speech? You have only made us realize that, the best part is his speech has acknowledged that everything of theirs has been destroyed. Whether it is, he used the words in Hindi, Zakira, ammunition depots, air bases.
असले के अंबार, he said असले के अंबार बर्बाद किए गए, which is of course fictional.
So the Prime Minister of the country has himself acknowledged the destruction, and also he stated many Jawans' lives have been lost. So we have achieved everything, and the best part is, another thing which is to the
And
credit
so
of
what he failed to mention was the few hundred terrorists that we killed.
no, that he can keep saying. But no, he also mentioned that we have lost our soldiers, if I'm not wrong. But more than that, I think the best part is I would compliment the Indian Armed Forces training and the handling of the equipment, that no collateral civil damage has been done. And the best is the Pakistani media, of course, who have hidden it, but the locals are the ones who are clicking all these videos and putting it on Twitter and various social media groups, and that is how. So he himself has acknowledged it. The people of Pakistan has acknowledged it. Unknowingly they have filmed everything, and they have made very, very tall claims, Pakistan. In fact, yesterday, the moment, the ceasefire was declared, I was sitting in one of the TV channels. Immediately I said, this is the biggest victory for India, and we have achieved our stated strategic objectives.
Right.
So I consider it as a victory.
Absolutely right, sir. And of course, Pakistan went on to violate that